See, this is what happens when you have too many options. You just want to do everything. Hey guys, so from the title you can tell what this is. I have no makeup on. I just took a shower, dried my hair halfway. It's still a little wet, but I'll do my hair later. And just let the rest of my hair naturally dry. But today I thought I would do a get ready with me just because I've always wanted to, but it was just never the right time, or I don't know, I guess it's never really the right time. But today I'm getting ready to go out with my friend Maylene, and we're going to a live today. I thought today at least I had a little bit more time to get ready, so that's what I'm doing today. And yeah, so I'm just going to go through basically what I normally do with my makeup. Actually that's not true. What I do with my makeup when I'm going out, not like a special event out, but like a medium, because my usual makeup for going to school and stuff, it's like a 5 to 10 minute thing, and it's really simple, and that's what I usually do. But today is kind of like the in-between, where it's more than just going to school, but it's not like anything so serious. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put on some lip balm because my lips feel a bit chapped. This lip balm isn't that great, but I got it from the Ipsy bag. It is the Hey Honey Besame Mucho Shea Butter and Propolis Lip Balm. I recently got this Vaseline one that I really love. It's like this limited edition Japan like rose one. These are just disinfectant wipes. I just use it just disinfect my hands because I'm going to be like rubbing it all over my face. I kind of just let it, you know, dry because I don't want to touch my face with alcohol in it. And then next thing is the Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox. This is one of those things where I'm not really sure exactly what it does, but it just does something extra. Actually, one thing that I think it does do is it allows my primer to kind of glide more smoothly. And the primer I'm using today is the Hangover RX from Too Faced. I'm using this one just because it's really dry here right now in the winter, and it's just more moisturizing. I don't like to use this the rest of the year, or like when it's not so dry, just because my face is combination, and if I use it at a regular time, it just gets really, it gets too like slippery and just slides around everywhere because I get oil throughout the day. And then the next thing I do is, this step is also one that I never miss even if I'm doing something really easy, and it is the Bye Bye Redness Neutralizing Correcting Cream. This thing is like magical. So my skin, I don't really have any big issues, but I do have redness. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera right now, but I do have redness. So honestly, this is like the best thing for that. I don't really have anything else that I think works as well as this for correcting redness, because, you know, I don't want to slather concealer all over my skin, and I know that this is more or less kind of similar to concealer, but I feel like it's a little lighter. And then usually if it's just something like, if I'm just going to school or something, I usually just use this and then, you know, put a translucent powder on top, like nothing too crazy. But so like on my chin, and go over my forehead too. For my forehead too, there's a pimple right there, so this kind of helps lessen the redness of that pimple, and I can use like less concealer on it later. And then the biggest issue I have is around like my upper lip and nose area. I don't know why. I think it's just because I tend to break out there, so I have a lot of like acne scars from there. And like my nose. I don't know, some people have redness in certain areas, but mine is really concentrated just around my nose. But I feel like with just this, it already makes like such a big difference. And you know, I'm not an expert or anything. This is just what I do and what works for me. I mean, you can just do whatever works for you. I have this thing on my forehead, by the way. I burned my forehead with a curling iron, so go me. So the next thing I do is foundation, and what I'm using right now is the Fenty foundation. I have two shades. One is in 140, one is in 180, and I kind of just mix the two. I'm closer to 140, but it's a little too light, so I'll just do it like a 2-to-1 ratio. And then I also put in a drop of the Tatcha Gold Camellia Beauty Oil. Well, wow, was that so hard to say? Tatcha Gold Camellia Beauty Oil for face, body, and hair, and I'll just put like a drop of it in the mix. So what I have right now is I bought this little container from a pharmacy that was close to home, and it's just like a little pot, and I kind of just pre-mixed all 3 of those in here just so, you know, it's not so, I don't know, like it's just faster for me. But I'll just, you know, shake it up, make sure there's nothing crazy going on in there. And then I kind of just do it in sections because it dries so fast. I dot it on part of my face, and then I go in with a beauty blender to kind of just blend it out. I know I'm not doing it in like the prettiest way, so. Also, I wash, okay, so something I realized that I do that not a lot of people will do is I wash my beauty blender with the solid cleaner. It's not always the beauty blender solid cleaner. I've used like the Sephora one, and I've also used the and the one I'm using right now is this Korean one. I'll look up what it is, but see, that's like a perfect match pretty much. So I'll use like that one, and then I clean it before every time I put on makeup because wow, that kind of just took off the coverage cream, but it's fine. Every time, just use that every time before I use it, just because as you can see from like the disinfecting wipes, I'm kind of crazy about like bacteria on my face and stuff like that. So yep, that's what I do. And then oh, also one of my friends asked me, she asked me where I got this. So this is what I put my beauty blender in. I kind of just set it there just because, you know, it's a surface that can dry because of the holes underneath. And it's also just like just a little plate for it. It doesn't fit perfect, but it's cheaper than that the beauty blender holder that they sell. It's like, I don't know how much it costs, but I think it's ridiculous, like a little metal piece. But this is just half of a soap holder I got from Daiso, and then the top half of it I leave in my kitchen for my kitchen sponge. I could do this faster, but I just prefer to just, you know, take it slow. And again, and I think it's funny because I can't put makeup on in like a really pretty way like some people. I kind of just like, I don't know, I kind of just put it on my way, slather it on, I guess. But okay, I have a dry spot right there, another dry spot right there. Oh god. Okay, that's fine, I can live with that. And I like to cover like a little extra just with the foundation, only because I feel like, you know, sometimes even if a concealer is a perfect match for you, it's not a perfect match with the foundation. So I feel like covering with a foundation just helps everything blend in a little better, makes it look more like you're not wearing makeup, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's a secret, but alright, so that is the foundation. I'm just wiping off my fingers. I just don't like the feeling of like makeup on my hands. And then the next thing I usually do is use this concealer. This is the NARS Cluster Concealer. I just go over anything that like the foundation kind of missed. Like the foundation couldn't cover completely. And I have this pimple right there, so I'm just gonna try to conceal that. But not the edges. You know, sometimes I feel like even with concealer you can't really perfectly cover a pimple, so you know, that's good enough. And okay, see what I meant by this lip balm isn't that great. My lips already feel dry again, so I'm just trying to get rid of this just because I own it and I have so many lip balms and I just wanted to finish this. So. And the next thing I do is my under eyes. I do have some circles down there, so this is the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in Neutral Medium. I actually really like this duo thing more than the tube, because the tube I either squeeze out too much or too little, but I feel like with this one I can kind of more accurately do that. And I like to do this with my fingers just because I feel like it gives me more control over the spread, because I don't need it to spread far. I try to just concentrate it on where it's actually dark and like where it, like here where it meets my face meets the part that's not so dark. I mean, some people go really crazy with it. I just don't like to. Alrighty. Oh my god, it's only like 2 and the sun is going down, I feel like, but anyways, there we go. That looks good enough. And then this is a step that, you know, I don't always do, but today I'll just do it because, I don't know, I feel like it. I'm going to bake my under eye with the Mercier translucent setting powder. And I don't bake all of my face, I really only just do the under eye. So okay, there we go. Because I do have a lot of wrinkles. I do have like fine lines under there, so I don't know, it's just a little something extra. Oh shoot, something I also forgot. And then if I'm going crazy, I'll also use the brightener to kind of highlight, but I'm not going to do that today, I just don't feel like it. And then while I'm waiting for that to finish doing its thing, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and then I'm using the NYX Micro Brown Pencil. I totally stocked up on these while before I came here, because, you know, at Ulta is always buy one get one 50% off. I'm not sure if it's always, but a lot of the times it is. And this is just my favorite thing. I mean, it's cheaper than the Brow Wiz. That's what I used for the longest time. And I actually don't like the brow definer. NYX came out with a brow definer like style brow pencil, but I bought that and I didn't really like it. So yeah, and I kind of just follow the shape that I've created before. I like it when it's slightly straight, not completely straight, but it kind of has that arch, but at the same time like overall straight. And I also like to draw it longer, which a lot of people don't do. This is just how I like my brows to look. A lot of people, you know, don't do this, but look at the difference. I don't know. Yeah, and brows always take me forever because I kind of cleaned them up recently, but if I don't, I really noticed, like, it really takes me a long time if I don't clean them up or have them cleaned up. Is that even? Oh my god, I don't know. And also there's always one that looks like, see, there's always one that looks slightly thinner than the other. Even though you don't really have to get them 100% precise, I don't know. I feel like I should do something. I kind of just use my nose to just gauge. That looks correct. Alright, there we go. And then the other side, the spoolie, to just kind of take off the excess and kind of just brush through. I mean, people recommend brushing through your brows before you start filling them in, but I don't know. Some days I do it and some days I don't. That actually reminds me, do people floss before or after they brush their teeth? I do it alternately because apparently it's a debated thing, and there isn't like a 100% correct answer. So yeah, I just switch off. Some days I do it before brushing and some days I do it after brushing. Random. See, I feel like evening out brows are so hard. Like, you don't really... That looks close enough, honestly. You know what? I'm going to say that's good enough. If I'm doing like full makeup, I'll also clean it up some more and get it really like not sharp, but, you know, clean, with a concealer, but, you know, that's not necessary today. Also, some days I will also use an eyebrow mascara. Today I'm not doing anything crazy with my eyes, so I'm not going to do that today. So right now I'm just going to powder my entire face and then kick off the excess of this, and I'm using the Makeup Forever HD pressed powder. I don't know why I don't like using loose powders for all over my face. I kind of just like stamp it. I don't put a lot of it on the brush. I just stamp it around where I need it. When it's colder, I don't do it on the sides of my face because I'm putting powder there later. So that, and then I'm just going to use this Real Techniques brush. Oh, that was a Zoeva brush, by the way. This is a Zoeva brush I got in a kit, and then this is the Real Techniques brush, and I'm just brushing off the excess lightly. Okay, there we go. There we go. So next I am doing bronzer. So I'm contouring. So on days like this where I'm not doing anything crazy. Oh shoot, I just stuck my nail in the highlight. But I'm doing I'm using this Kevyn Aucoin contour duo, and this is like the little travel size. I actually prefer little size things because I own a lot of makeup, so I rarely finish full-size products. And I mean, I just like to keep buying minis, even though price-wise it's less efficient. But at the same time, I feel like I like it when it's new because, you know, bacteria and all that. Again, with the whole washing my hands and disinfecting and stuff like that. So I kind of just do the outside of my face, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy with it because, you know, it can look muddy real quick. Alright. Now I'm going to contour my nose with the same powder, and then this is the Sephora Pro Crease Brush. I really like this for my nose. And I'll start here, bring it down, bring the excess over my eyelid just so it looks more like, you know, deep. Like seriously, do you see the difference? I mean, this is something so small, but at the same time makes all the difference. To me, at least. I mean, I'm sure nobody else notices. No one cares. That was not right. And then, there's honestly only one place that I put highlight on. Usually I don't put on my cheekbones or anything because I don't like my face to look wide. And I know there's a way to do it without your face looking wide, but that's just me. This is the, honestly, I can't even read what this brand is, but I also got this in the Ipsy bag, and it's the Illuminator brush. And this is the Laura Mercier highlight in #1. And it's honestly very subtle. A lot of people go all the way down to the tip of their nose. I don't like my tip to look defined. I just like to accentuate the nose bridge and then just kind of whatever excess on the brush, kind of just bring it up a little bit. Blush, and for blush I'm using what I always use. This is Tarte Exposed, the 12-hour Amazonian clay brush. Ugh, so hard to open. I've had this blush for forever, but it's honestly one of my favorites because it looks natural but yet adds a little something, you know. I put it higher than a lot of people do, but that's just how I like to do it. See? It's like so natural. So natural. A lot of steps to look natural. Okay, next up is eyes. I'm not doing anything crazy with my eyes. Yeah, I have lash extensions, so thank God for that. It always makes it look like I'm awake, even when I don't feel like I am. That's it. I'm gonna do, so I only do this inside part of my waterline. I don't go all the way because the lashes kind of accentuate that line already. It's just that inner part right here that isn't. So I just put This is the Infallible 16-hour Infallible Never Fail eyeliner in black. Just right there. And you can already see the difference just by doing that. I'm using the Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. And I just like to put on my finger and spread it on my eyelids. And I don't bring it too high. I kind of just... Actually, I guess that's a little high for some people. Alright. At this time, since it's bothering me, I'm just gonna brush through my lashes a bit. I feel like I have to redo them soon. I kind of don't, but... So for eyeshadow, I actually don't know what I'm doing today. I'm thinking something more natural, but part of me wants to do something not. See, this is what happens when you have too many options. You just want to do everything. Yeah, I'm going to use this today. I'm going to use the Tartelette in Bloom palette today. And I'm just going to use some of the mattes to do something easy. So something going on my eyes. I'm going to take the color Jet Setter, I think. Or Smarty Pants. You know what? Let's do Jet Setter. And I'm just going to put it on my ring finger and kind of just... Yeah, okay. That seems alright. Jet Setter. I know some people who like to do crease color first. I'm not one of those people. I don't know. I'm feeling somewhat experimental today, so nothing too crazy, but at the same time, I'm just trying new things. I haven't done this combo before. I'm kind of just winging it, so yep. And then with the MAC 224 brush, I've had this brush since I was like in middle school. I'm going to use... I kind of want to use Sweetheart. Let's try Sweetheart, and if it's a bad idea, then it's a bad idea. Seems okay. I'm just kind of blending that into my crease. That looks like nothing. That looks like nothing. Let me just even it out, and then I'll go over it with something else. Actually, no, it does do something. Just not much. Okay, no, yeah, it did do something, I think, at least to me. Maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better. I'm actually gonna go into Smarty Pants also. See if that does something. Yeah, that kind of warmed up everything. I feel like natural looking makeup is also not that easy, so... And then I'm going to use the color Rebel or Rebel, and using the MAC 217. This is the short version though. I got it at the airport. I thought it'd be a good idea for some reason, but I actually use this brush a lot. It fits very well into my eye. Just gonna put that on the outside. Just bring it in. Yeah, that did something. I'm going to go to the under of my eye with this brow line brush. I know it's a brow line brush, but I really like how it fits under my bottom lash line. So I'm using the color Leader. Just do that. Oh, that looks dark. I'll fix that. I'm actually going to go into Sweetheart again just to blend out the outside of that, because right now it's looking a little too crazy. Great. And then this I always use, but I really need to find my sharpener. I have no idea what my sharpener is, but this, oh god, maybe I can't use this today. This is the Love Drops Udemy liner. I use it just in near the inner corners, but it's just like a little nub right now. Oh god, yeah. Let me see if I can use a brush. to fix this problem. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! I know it's funny because I'm using like a liner and like brow brush for my eyes, but there we go. And then I know I don't do things in order a lot, but this Tarte brush that came in like this Christmas kit like last year or 2 years ago. And then I'm going to use the lighter color charmer to just go under my brow. Kind of blend that out a little bit. This is the multi-liner in black. I don't like to do it on the outside. I kind of just like to define this half. So, and I don't like to do wing liner because I feel like it instantly makes it look like you have makeup on. So I kind of very carefully, oh god, there we go. Okay, so and then I'll do this on the outside and just bring it in a little bit. Oh god, I went too far. Oh, there we go. Okay, ooh, that was fixed. But that kind of just defines the eye a little bit. Okay, so I like it when it's just a really thin line that kind of defines, rather than something that's just like bam, eyeliner, because then I feel like it makes my eyelids and everything look smaller. So I'm actually gonna blend out this dark part a little bit more. I feel like it's a little too much. Lips, I don't know, honestly I'm really lazy about my lips. Usually I use like a tinted balm, or I use this pony tint that I really like. Today, this is the Buxom Plumpline lip liner in Hush Hush, and I really like this color. I do kind of just line just a little there, and I feel like that's like a very natural, pretty color. You may beg to differ. I forgot setting spray. Yay! Okay, so that wraps it up. I feel like my makeup doesn't look great, but honestly, this is just more or less casual makeup, I guess. I'm going to do my hair and get changed and finish up. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, want to see more, Get Ready With Me is my like very minimal get out the door, get ready with me, and then also one that is more, you know, if I'm actually going to an event, I can try to get ready early and film. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please enjoy my Vlogmas. I'm doing Vlogmas, just not uploading every day, kind of just putting days in chunks. And yeah, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks, bye.